Many small organizations, care providers, charities, and housing associations share a common frustrating paradox. They are not short on evidence, they are short on structure. The policies, risk assessments, and staff records absolutely exist, but they are scattered across a dozen different places. An email inbox here, an old spreadsheet there, a WhatsApp message, or tucked away in a paper file on someone's desk. This isn't usually the result of negligence. As an organization scales up its services, informal filing habits just naturally emerge because everyone builds their own system to get the job done. But having completed the actual compliance work is only half the battle. If you can't quickly surface the proof of that work when someone asks for it, you have a serious problem. Because in heavily regulated environments, evidence that is fragmented and hard to find is operationally identical to evidence that is missing entirely. This lack of structure usually stays hidden until a trigger event forces it into the light, an impending inspection, a sudden request from a regulator, or the strict deadline for a major board report. That is when the administrative panic sets in. Staff spend hours hunting for specific action plans or digging through shared drives for training records, duplicating effort and wasting valuable time. The core issue here is that external compliance pressures almost always grow faster than an organization's internal administrative capacity. People know what needs to be done, but they lack the tools to keep it all organized. Without a unified framework, your organization's accountability precariously depends on individual staff memory and sheer guesswork. This is exactly the problem the Adjona Evidence Workspace is designed to solve. It provides a practical, structured environment for organizing your governance and operational documents. To be clear, this workspace does not replace professional legal, clinical, or sector-specific regulatory advice. Its job is simply to provide the digital structure around your evidence. And the best part is, you don't need to buy a completely separate, expensive platform to get started. Adjona is built directly on Microsoft 365. This structural map shows how it leverages the tools you already have access to. We link these standard platforms together, using SharePoint for secure storage, Microsoft Lists for tracking, and Teams for communication and permissions to create a single, centralized digital vault. By utilizing the digital infrastructure you already own, you create the clearest, most frictionless path to building better evidence habits. This diagram illustrates the shift away from deep, chaotic folder structures. Instead, the system uses metadata, essentially attaching data tags like owner, review date, and status directly to your files. These columns allow you to categorize your evidence instantly. You can track document types by specific risk areas, service departments, or regulatory themes. Within this structure, Microsoft Lists work alongside your documents to actively track follow-up actions, outstanding evidence requests, and most importantly, highlighting gaps in your records. We then use basic workflows to automatically alert the assigned staff members the moment a document is overdue for review or entirely missing. In practice, a care provider can use this to keep their CQC evidence and safeguarding documents perfectly aligned, while a housing panel can use the exact same framework to track property compliance and resident feedback. This architecture takes files that used to be static and forgotten and turns them into an active, self-monitoring system. Implementing this system does not require a massive, disruptive IT overhaul. You absolutely do not need to digitize every historical document your organization holds all at once. The smartest strategy is to start small. Begin with one critical area, like your safeguarding documents, tenant scrutiny files, or occupational health records. Once your team is comfortable, the workspace is designed to expand organically across other departments as you become clearer about your specific processes and priorities. Lasting confidence in your compliance doesn't come from trying to fix everything overnight. It comes from building sustainable, organized habits step by step. It is the shift from hoping your evidence is somewhere to knowing exactly where it is, who owns it, and precisely when it needs to be reviewed next. This unified structure puts everyone on the same page. External reviewers, board members, compliance leads, and administrators all work from a single, reliable source of truth. Adjona Evidence Workspace helps small organizations move from scattered files and informal filing habits to a clearer, more structured way of managing evidence in Microsoft 365. To find out more, visit adjona.com and book an introductory conversation with Adjona Technology Limited today.